All right, so yesterday was Halloween. I saw some stories. Yesterday was a little emotional. And I feel like there are people, all of us are at these different stages in our lives. Like for me yesterday, so you have my wife who's in Hawaii with my son Kemp, my son Jake, who's in his apartment at the university, and he sent me video of him last night. He already celebrated Halloween over the weekend, so he was just making dinner. So we video of him making eggs and hamburger. It looked great. And then Dutch, my youngest, went to a party yesterday. So I was like, I'm not going to hand out candy by myself in the neighborhood. So I was like in my neighborhood, like goes off with people. So I was like, I need to disappear for a couple hours. I don't want people knocking on my doors. I don't want the dogs to bark. I just don't want to be there. So I went in, and at one point I went to the gym to lift a little bit of weight. When I say a little bit of weights, I did like bicep curls, 10, and then I went to the steam room.
That is a little bit of weights.
But only people in the gym were dads. And at one point in the locker room, I saw one dad. I started talking to him, and they were there, and another dad was eavesdropping, and he interrupted, saying that they were all there because their kids were grown and they were out and they didn't want to be home handing out candy.
What?
And I was like, no way. I was like, me too. So I was like, yeah, that's what I do too.
That's so sad for the little kids who are missing houses.
Right.
Yeah, but it's also, you're an individual now and your kids are grown. So it's like, it's me time.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. So I went and got some me time. And when I came home last night, there were still people in the streets, but the house was dark. So I pull in, I got to cleverly turn on lights so that people don't think we're home. Dutch comes home. It's like 9:45. Okay, 9:45. And there's a knock at the door. My dogs go nuts, and I look, and there's this whole family at my front door.
Ooh, that's too late for Halloween.
That is late.
Yeah.
And they're looking at me through the window like...
Awkward.
Yeah, and I kind of want to be like, what made you think you could come knock on... Like, it's like late, and it's dark.
Yeah.
Like, there's no light. Like, and they're just looking. And then Dutch was like, I think I have some candy. And he ran over and grabbed some candy, and then he went around because my dogs were going... Rawr! And he went over and gave him candy. And he goes, I think I talked to, I cleverly said, oh, you get the last of the bunch, is what he said, for this other family that was coming up behind him. So they heard that was the last. I'm like, it's almost 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it should be like
crazy.
6:30 to 8:30, I think, is, especially on a school night. Like, I think our neighborhood pretty much shut down even after 8.
Yeah.
Because there's lots of little kids in my neighborhood.
Your thoughts on that, Kyle?
Yeah, we got home at 8 o'clock last night, and then I was like, I gotta wash the dye out of Addie's hair. And then, like, it was getting later and later, and, like, we were finally in bed at 9, and I was like, this is ridiculous. Who's awake at this time? I'm gonna get 4 hours of sleep now. Nobody understands. But yeah, no, at one point, we just shut the lights off and just put the extra buckets out, like, the little bowls out. And if you get it, you get it. If not, goodbye.
Dude, then I'm like in bed. It's like late. I don't know, 10 something. All of a sudden, my house alarm goes off.
Oh my gosh.
Whatever's going on.
That's terrible.
Yeah, and I'm like in my underwear, and I have this whole ordeal. My underwear on my face, underwear on my I got the headphones on, and I run downstairs, and our dog Charlie just busted through this door, and I thought for sure there was a murder in my house.
Yeah, it's Halloween.
I know, it's the worst.
It's so
10:30
scary.
at night on Halloween, there's someone trying to kill me. And it was just my dog. I was so mad at this dog. You can't have a normal conversation with a dog either. What's your problem? Why would you? There's a doggy door. Why do you got to knock the door down? And then you catch yourself why am I having this conversation with this dog?
Right.
And I get so angry. I called my wife because the alarm company doesn't call me. They call her, and she's in Hawaii. And just want to let you know, Charlie set off the alarm. And then she's like, well, did you talk to him? I'm like, yeah, what do you mean did I talk to him? I'm like, I don't understand the logic with these dogs.
But you almost called Blake, and you're telling on Charlie, Charlie set up the alarm again, Mom.
That's exactly right. I so don't like that dog right now. I know.
It creeped you out on how there's something creepy about just on Halloween things, that might not creep you out.
Oh yeah.
Creep you out more. Mm-hmm.
My house was getting cleaned yesterday, and this makes no sense to me, but she sent me a video. I put it on my TikTok. The washer or the dryer, one of the two, I can't tell which one, was going by itself and the clothes is on the floor. And she's like, this is real spooky. This thing is going on. Why is it going on? And I'm like, I don't know. Did you turn it on? Does it not work without clothes?
But I mean, I guess you
think
could
it-
self-clean it,
Yeah.
you know.
I don't know. She was
But
freaking
it
out.
doesn't usually go on by itself, I don't think.
Yeah, you don't usually have a
That's pretty
timer for those.
unusual.
She was freaking out. Now, what about you, Peyton? What was your Halloween like?
Yeah, I got to hang out with my nephews and my cousins came over and stuff, but my brother and I got stuck on candy duty, so that was a little weird for us. And we were the house that was handing out the fireball shots along with the candy.
What?
Yeah.
To the grown-ups,
To the
I hope?
grown-ups, yeah. To the
That's the
grown-ups.
cue. What are you, Spider-Man? Here's a shot.
No, start 'em young.
Drink.
No, for the adults, and they were super appreciative because we were like, you guys are definitely going to need this at the end of the night. And they were like, thanks. But it was weird kind of for us because we only had like 100 kids come by. In the neighborhood that I grew up in, we had like 500 to 800 kids a night. And so like, it's so slow moving. And me and my brother were like, what is this? Like, where is all of these kids?
I still feel like 100 kids is a
That's-
lot.
that's a good
what
number.
that's what my mom was saying is like 100 kids is like a pretty good amount of kids. But like, I'm used to like streets packed and people candy everywhere, block parties. So it was a little weird for me. It was my first Halloween back home, like officially.
You were
So it
at
was
your
a little
mom and dad's
weird.
house? That's
yeah,
what you're
yeah.
okay.
I wasn't staying at my house. No, we don't have any trick or treaters, and it's way too dark.
I like 100 kids. That's a lot. And buying candy is so crazy expensive. Like I procrastinated. I waited till the last minute, and like on my way home from work yesterday, I stopped by Walmart because I feel like you get a good deal at Walmart, and it was like slim pickings for the procrastinators. Not to mention, I got 2 bags of candy. It cost me $45.
Yikes!
I was like,
the
what on
hell?
earth?
What kind of candy did you get?
It was like a bag of Reese's pumpkins, like, you know, and then a bag of like mixed chocolates or whatever.
Wow.
And I was like, this is nuts. Like, and it didn't even seem like I was going to have enough for our trick or treaters. Like, inflation. It's not okay.
Right.
Did you say...